to the schools out there, and I was in Atherton yesterday. I combated my fear of driving up major ranges, so that was a really interesting but a beautiful experience. So in terms of why I'm here today, so I got the call from Angela, who I'm sure you all know, to basically come and present to you on just some of the skills and learnings that I've had in my lifetime. I did win the Australian Institute of Manager Young Manager of the Year award last year. That was a really big surprise and something that I definitely wasn't expecting, and in the initial stages I was definitely not going to put in for. But the nomination did come from my team, so for them I did put in for it, and I was really grateful and honoured to have won. So I think they do scrutinise who you hang around with, and they probably say to you to surround yourself with good people. And one thing that I always have done is that I have surrounded myself with good people, and it was at this moment there was a lady working in Mount Isa. She was quite a senior modern executive at Xstrata at the time. She tapped me on the shoulder and she said, "You know what, there's a job that's coming up. I think you're ready for a managerial position." Now this is me unemployed, having just come out of uni, thinking I'm going to have to work my way up the ranks, and now being told that I should apply for a manager position with an organisation. And I saw this opportunity and I said, you know what, I'm not ready. There's no way I'm ready to be managing events, an organisation, key issues. I've got too much to learn, so I'm going to say no. She tapped me on the shoulder again and she said, you know what, you've got to trust me on this one. I think you need to apply for it, and what do you have to lose? So I did, I put in for it, and to my surprise I did get the General Manager's position at 24 years of age at the Mount Isa Chamber of Commerce. Now the Chamber in Mount Isa is quite an influential body, and basically, who knows what a Chamber of Commerce does? Yeah, okay, there's a few of you. So basically a Chamber of Commerce is a representative of the business members that they have. So businesses pay membership to Chamber, and basically they are the voice for business. So for me, to give you an example of something that we did and what a Chamber's role is, at the time a lot of our businesses were small members. So they were small convenience stores, small trading stores, and then at the time Coles and Woolies wanted to open Sunday trading. They were lobbying for Sunday trading, and our businesses came to us and said if they open for Sunday trading, we are going to lose our trade on one of our strongest trading days, so we would like you to help us block this. So at the time we put a great case forward, we represented them in the courts, and we were able to block Sunday trading. Now, a progressive society will inevitably have Sunday trading, but at the time back then, this was the right thing to do. So that sort of gives you an example of what we did. But I think for me, this role was definitely something that threw me into the deep end. All of a sudden, I found myself at 24 years of age sitting across the table with the mayors of Northwest Queensland, senior mining executives of major global mines, as well as your state and federal politicians. Now, to sit around at that boardroom table, it wasn't something that I took for granted. I knew that I had to work hard to be in that position, and if that meant getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning to ensure I'd done all the pre-reading and research to be able to have that 1 hour meeting, so be it. Because I knew I had to earn my place. As much as a position gives me a title, it doesn't give me the respect that you would need in a role like that. So I had to work hard to gain that respect. And I think I'm really proud of what we were able to achieve. And as much as it was hard work, it was a lot of fun. I think the two photos I have of there are actually of Cairns delegations out to Mount Isa. We had SkyTrains open up a new airline route into Mount Isa while I was there, and it was our job to network businesses here in Cairns with some of the mining companies out there. So it was a lot of fun, it was exciting. We ran some major events such as the Xstrata Mount Isa Mining Expo, and I think in 4 years with the board, we were able to turn that organisation around. So in 4 years we grew the organisation, we doubled membership, we increased the profit of the Xstrata Mount Isa Mining Expo significantly. We were also able to work with the Premier at the time, Anna Bligh, to gain a new position in Townsville focused on tourism, and we were able to double, or more than double, the staff at the Chamber, which was myself and a part-timer, to 4 full-time staff in 4 years. So I also, at the end of the 4 years, had a really great relationship with those senior mining execs and the mayors at the time, who by then I was able to call them up at any stage and run past ideas and problems, and they did the same back to me. So So it was a really great opportunity and something that gave me a lot of skills, but it was an opportunity that I wasn't ready for at the time. And I will say that most people aren't ready for the opportunities that appear on their table, but if you have good people around you pushing you to take that next step, then sometimes those opportunities will be the best decisions that you make in your life. And you know what? Sometimes those best decisions you aren't going to be ready for. Just finishing off, like a little bit about leadership and what I've learned. I think leadership to me has been prevalent in a lot of the mentors that I have around me. And I started earlier by saying surrounding yourself with good people is a really important part of getting somewhere in life, because what you'll find is those people will see things in you that you don't necessarily see and give you the confidence to take that next step. Leadership is the ability for people to achieve a vision, and that leader is less likely to do it on their own as they have within a team. So the Forbes magazine every year publishes the top 50 influential leaders of the world, and they basically share there are 10 characteristics that most leaders have, and honesty is the number one. So when you are leading a team and a vision, or even your own peers at school, they need to trust you, and being honest about situations is number one to gaining their trust and ensuring they follow you on that journey. The ability to delegate. For us, we need to ensure that that vision and that destination plan is owned by our industry. So we have delegated a number of those tasks and activities out to ensure we're all heading in the same direction. Communication, there's so many organisations that have failed because there's been a lack of communication, and having those communication not only with your senior management but with your day-to-day staff is a really important part of success, and I think communication is a key stronghold for any successful organisation. Sense of humour. There are so many times in life that you're going to hit a dark hole or a rut, but having a sense of humour about it, having people around you with a sense of humour sometimes pulls you out of it and helps you see that lighter side in life. So confidence. Confidence is one thing that I love seeing in the leaders around me. I just went to a symposium in Brisbane a couple of weeks ago, and they had women in leadership roles, and one of the ladies was a CEO of a national company and had 13,000 employees behind her. But basically she was employed in that job and she was 6 months pregnant when they hired her. So she's juggled that amazing role with also bringing up a family, but she's been confident in her role throughout that. So confidence is a really big part of leadership. Commitment, when you say you're going to do something, do it, and you can start practicing this now. If you're going to tell your mum you're going to hang the washing out, do it. If you're going to say to your friend you're going to text them, because this is a really important part of being a leader and ensuring that that team around you knows that you're reliable and true to your word. Positivity, with sense of humour, looking at the half glass full rather than the half glass empty. And creativity. Creativity definitely does take courage, and as I said, in our own region we've taken that creative step, and we've been, as much as it's been welcomed warmly, there's also been a lot of criticism as well. So managing that has been an important part of this. Intuition, that's that gut feeling that you have when you have a situation. It's not backed by science, but something is telling you that it's either right or wrong. So having that gut feeling is really important. And the ability to inspire. So most leaders are quite charismatic, and they have the ability to engage and inspire those that are around them. I think the only one that Forbes didn't list, which I think is true, that sits with me really well, is empathy. So understanding people's situations, understanding that emotions do drive behaviour, and having that empathy for people in certain situations and seeing something in them that they might not necessarily see.
Thank you very much for attending our annual breakfast. Thank you to all corporate and event sponsors and their representatives for attending, and thank you also to the organising committee. I guess we'd all agree it's been a really inspiring morning, and thank you, Patricia especially, for sharing such an interesting presentation with us. Patricia is a wonderful example of how hard work and a positive attitude can reward you with a valuable career in doing something that you absolutely love. Like me, Patricia works in a business that brings so much joy to so many people, and it's a really, really special thing. It's been my pleasure as a McDonald's business owner, along with Jason Bertha, who's the other McDonald's franchisee up here in Cairns, to sponsor today's breakfast. Being involved in business is a really exciting career option. In many ways, you've already started thinking about the path that you'd like to take, and being here today gives you the tremendous opportunity to meet with business veterans who are in the know. So make sure that if you want to come up and talk to us after breakfast, feel free to do so. Importantly, through groups like this, we share experiences, and through experience we learn. Learning is an important part of your studies, and I can assure you it doesn't change the day that you walk out of school. I learn something new every day in the position I am now at 55. You just never stop learning. I've been an owner-operator of McDonald's now for 20 years, and I continue to learn every day. We have dozens of team members in Queensland who started life working at McDonald's when they were at school, just like yourselves. Many have gone on to be managers, supervisors, consultants, and some even own more than one McDonald's franchise. Jason Bertha, the other licensee, is a prime example of that, who started work at McDonald's in school and now owns 7 restaurants. When it comes to business, my biggest piece of advice is never take your position for granted. Whether you're at school or working full-time, you should consider it a stepping stone to something greater in your life. Every position has something to teach us that we can apply throughout our working careers. This is exactly how my career started. I was hairdressing for 16 years. I wanted a career change, so I applied to be a franchisee of a Wendy's Super Sundays in Kingaroy. I got the Super Sundays and I worked in that for 6 months, and that gave me the confidence to apply to become a McDonald's franchisee. So after 9 months of training in Brisbane, away from my family and no pay, I opened my first McDonald's restaurant in Kingaroy. That was 20 years ago. Fast forward today, 2014, I now own 7 restaurants and employ more than 500 people. It's just something I'm so incredibly proud of, and I'm incredibly proud of my people, and I'm incredibly proud to work for a company that recognises the importance of their people. At McDonald's, our crew are an integral part of our business. A commitment to great training, develop skills and enhance the customer's experience that enrich our people. Our staff learn a variety of skills: food safety, quality control, teamwork, time management, and most importantly, customer service. I get enormous satisfaction from providing young people with the opportunity to kickstart their careers and watching them learn valuable workplace and life skills. Many people don't know that McDonald's is actually a registered training organisation, and it offers nationally accredited training opportunities. These opportunities are not only valuable within McDonald's, but they're recognised throughout Australia and throughout the world. Employees who progress to management level receive training to achieve Certificate 2 and 3 in management, and our restaurant managers are trained and accredited with a Diploma of Business Management. Working in business means you're not only rewarded operationally, but there are plenty of opportunities presented to you if you work hard. Last year, we sent a number of our restaurant managers to Vietnam to train crew in Vietnam's first restaurant in Ho Chi Minh City. Earlier this year, my supervisors, along with my husband and myself, went to Orlando for a global management convention, and 2 weeks ago, I accompanied one of my restaurant managers to Singapore for a prestigious awards ceremony where we met with McDonald's employees from around the world. Sophie, over here from Jason's organisation, was also selected as a winner and attended that as well, which was absolutely amazing. The business, whatever you're in, can be really, really challenging, but if you work really hard, it can also be really, really rewarding. There's a world of opportunity to enjoy, and you just have to open the doors. Good luck to each of you with your future endeavours, and thank you for joining us this morning. Before I leave the stage, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our amazing MCs and for the wonderful work you've done today.
All the students know that we do have a Facebook page, so if you'd like to have a look at the photos from today's event and any other events throughout the year, like us on Facebook and keep in touch with us. Can I have a show of hands from the students? Who likes cash? Nice. Well, you'll be happy to know that the bursaries and competitions are now coming online and are on our website. So for you specifically, the business plan and marketing plan competitions are now online. We have legal bursaries and lots of other opportunities for cash prizes. And these prizes help you into the doorway and the pathway to your next move, next year, perhaps the year after. So like us on Facebook, jump on our website and have a look at what BLA has to offer you in the coming months. And that will end in a culmination which we call the annual awards presentation at the end of the year. Thank you for coming along to today's breakfast, and a big thank you to our sponsors for attending today. And again, can we please thank Patricia and Christine and Ellen from McDonald's for sponsoring this event, and Jill for sponsoring this event.